The Israeli-Palestinian conflict started on 7 of 125,000 dispatches participated on channels in Telegram, gauging from 23rd October 2025 until moment. Also, we apply the same analysis in 2 intimately available datasets from Twitter, containing 2,001 tweets, and from Reddit, containing 2 million opinions. We apply a volume analysis across the 3 datasets, reality birth, and also Dudabert content analysis, in order to prize common themes or motifs. Next, we apply sentiment analysis to dissect the emotional tone of the conversations. Our findings allude at concentrated narratives as the hallmark of how political coalitions and outlanders fester public opinion. We also dissect the sentiment-content-frequency relationship, detailing the trends that may show manipulation and attempts of propaganda by the involved parties. This will give a better understanding of the online converse on the Israel-Palestine conflict and contribute to the knowledge on the dynamics of social media communication during geopolitical heads. Israel's war on the enclave continued into 2024. Reported that Palestinians killed 6 Israeli settlers and dog faces, while Israelis killed 719 Palestinians from October 7, 2023 to October 7, 2024, far more than in any other time since 2005, when the UN began totally recording losses. The number of Palestinian dead stem from Israel's continued use of inordinate murderous force, including airstrikes and drone-launched dum-dums. In September, Israel escalated airstrikes in Lebanon, following attacks using booby-trapped pagers and walkie pictures distributed among Hezbollah members that killed at least 32 people, and wounded further than 3,250. Israeli ground forces raided Lebanon on October 1st. From October 7th to mid-November 2024, there were 3,445 conflict-related deaths and 14,600 wounded in Lebanon, utmost after mid-September. The Israeli authorities continued to commit the crimes against humanity of intolerance and persecution through their suppression of Palestinians. In July, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, issued a premonitory opinion chancing Israel's presence in the engaged Palestinian home is unlawful, that Israel is in breach of the prohibition on ethnical demarcation and intolerance, that it should void and strike all agreements and make restitution to Palestinians, including compensation and allowing Palestinians it displaced after 1967 to return to their homes, and that other governments should cease any recognition of trade or investment in agreements and work to bring the illegal situation in the enthralled home to an end. The EU, UK, and other countries proceeded backing to UNRWA, the crucial philanthropic agency for Palestinians. The US continued to withhold backing to UNRWA, while it approved over 100 arms deals and handed Israel an unknown $17.9 billion in security backing. Countries including the Netherlands, Canada, and the UK suspended some arms transfers or licenses to Israel due to a clear threat of their arms being used in serious violations of transnational International Court of Justice issued provisional measures as part of a case filed by South Africa that Israel violated its scores under the 1948 genocide and sanitation contributed to a public health disaster, notwithstanding a child vaccination crusade after the first polio case in 25 times would extremity. At least 318 aid workers were killed in Gaza from October 2023 to October 2024. The Israeli services' forced deportations, lack of effective advance warnings of attacks, and siege of Gaza created extreme pitfalls and suffering for children and grown-ups with disabilities, who frequently couldn't flee for safety or access the food, drug, and assistive bias necessary for their survival.